Hello, audience. For those of you who don't know, this is someone you know very well. And I finally have a chance to stream. As you can tell, I'm a little out of it because I was debating if I even wanted to or not. I'm tired. But I decided, screw it. I'm not going to have many other opportunities to do so. And what I'm going to be doing is basically working on this. Hang on one second. Oh, that's why it looks like that. Okay. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is working on sprites for this little pet project I have. And on the days where I was going to stream, but something ended up preventing me, I already started work. Mainly because, I have the idea of making a fun little romhack where all the Pokemon are replaced with all of those other video game stuff. And I have the opportunity to do that because I noticed I'm really good at making Gen 3 style sprites. But I didn't stop at Mario. I also did Kirby. And Mega Man, which I was very vocal about to my friends on how hard this was going to be. And how hard it was. And I think I'm going to cut down on one of these shades of blue because I unfortunately have to pick between like 16 colors that I could use. And that's going to limit me. But I also have a Goomba here. And Paragoomba. I have a head crab. This is one of my favorite ones next to Mario. A head crab zombie. I'm keeping it like this. Traffic crab. And his evolutions. And for fun, I don't know if you could actually get him in the game or not yet, but Magic Crab. I made him last night. That being said, I have a list that is so far 83 long. 83 entries of what I plan on adding to this. And I'm going to be completely honest, if the stream seems a little bit slow, then I might call it quits early. Might just make it a quick one. Because past few months I've been excruciatingly tired. And nothing has been helping. But I still want to at least make content. That's why I produced a YouTube poop. And even if I'm not in, what's it called? I still have a little friend with me. If I'm not in VC with the others, I have Frog. Howdy. He's gonna be right there while I work. So this way, while I'm making Pokemon sprites, whoops, I could just have him cutting grass. Yeah, I'm going to cut down on the ambience from that. And again, let me know if you're able to hear me. Let me know if the music is too loud or anything. So right now we're going with Bronto Burt. I'm probably not going to be able to find a reference sheet for this. Just realized instead of going to DS, I went to Custom and Edited. Okay. Oh, this is useful because it gives me how many colors are used for this little degenerate. Because like I said, I gotta be careful with how many colors I'm using. I'm only allowed to use 16 colors per sprite. Like, this has to be 16 colors. Hence why the shading doesn't look very good on some of them. If I'm able to bypass that somehow when making this ROM hack, I'll look into adding more, but I also want to keep it authentic so that this way it would be able to play on traditional hardware. You know, just in case. You'll be seeing me at Too Many Games selling a bunch of these. Or giving them away. I'll be the dipshit in the blue helmet. Try that again. Oh. My process is very concerning because not all the time does it work. Get out of the way. Oh, Bert's eyes are a bit closer together. No, I think that's good enough. Shit. What are you doing up here? Yeah, I'll save up for something else. I could always shape it once when I get everything else ready. Forgot to change your tags again? They're still relevant. If I get my way, I'm probably going to get to Minecraft eventually. Am I gonna get? First thing I gotta do is stop treating it as if it's like mirrored 100%. There we go. Maybe. Looks like Navi from Legend of Zelda, if she heard you say some curse shit. I'll also be hiding in here. Now the screen is clouded with shit. Increase your cutting capacity. Get more grass so you can eat more at. Oh wait, I can add this game onto my tag list if I really wanted to. Is this even correct? Damn it. There we go. Things are starting to come along nicely. How is everyone doing, by the way? Everyone's having a good Sunday. I'm having a decent one. I'm just tired. Because work is abysmal. And it's only getting worse. All I've effectively done was just move pixels that didn't need to be moved. See, he's working faster. That is a hot pink. Actually, with this, I'm pretty sure I could just go with white. The music is coming from the game, by the way, so... I at least want to show off what I've been working on. Okay, so looking at concept art, is telling me I am going about his wings all wrong. And I should be trying to follow that instead. Now he's just an angry middle-aged Kirby. Okay, his wings are basically just ovals. Ow. Need to do that on another layer. Very relaxing music. No one but me is going to know it was there. But I did my job. Actually, it'd be a good idea if I... Even better. Take the wings I have here. Duplicate the layer. Always do that. Wrong layer. Shit. Oh, I see why it looks off. This needs to be smaller. It's not supposed to look like Navi from fucking Legend of Zelda. It's supposed to be a bloody fairy. So then we duplicate the wings one more time. Thought I had the wrong one for a second. There we go. Still feel like he should have something here, but I feel like it would also not make any sense. Some of the pictures he's in, he's got some cheeks. And a very small mouth. Actually, this would... Probably a mistake to upgrade running, but here we are. messing with the eyes because I feel like they should be rounder. No. Not rounder like that. They're supposed to be like that. The reference image I'm using shows him more like this, where his eye is. Alright, enough digging around. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Just have him be regular spherical. That looks much better. That doesn't. You know what does? This looks so bad. Gotta trust the process. Even the sprite I'm seeing in Pokemon Puffy Pink is kind of weird. But there's not really much you can do with such a strange design. I'm not going back on my decision, though. I'm just going to go with simple is better. Give him the outlines on his eyes. Because that might be what's throwing me off here. It could just be... It could just be that the outline looks too thick around his eyes. But it's going to look like that because of the size of the base. That the base sprite needs to be. Oh. And you know what makes it even easier? When the eyes are comedically long. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Grab the blue. We're gonna make a simple shape. Like that. Then actually, I like where I was going with that for a second. See, I like that. I just noticed, chat. Fleagle Bingo Dropper. What? Oh! Him! You want me to make all of the banana split, specifically the horror movie version or the original ones I grew up with? Because I might consider it. I did say this was an anything but Pokemon thing. And as of now, I've only just been doing video game NPCs. But I never actually specified, like, if it would stay as video game NPCs. You caught me in a loophole here. Because they'll take you down to Hammertown. I wish I could remember half the shorts that were on Banana Splits when I first started watching them on Boomerang. Oh, in the I just noticed that. In the Banana Splits movie, you are talking exclusively of the horror version of them. Might actually be doable. Not gonna lie. How many colors does this one have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One short of 16. We could do it. And we don't have to take anything away. What type would you make them? Would you just make them just pure steel type? Why am I thinking about this so much? Oh gee, Lords, maybe it's because you have fucking brainworms. I'm gonna change the music. Oh, I'm almost at 1,000 grass. Oh, it's only 3 songs in the entire game, I guess. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you can't see him wave. You know, I think from now on in my streams, I'm just gonna have him chilling. I don't need that much volume over here. Just enough to get this side. His very shiny shoes. The light would be coming from here, so start the other way. Here's where this. that didn't work. Thought I was going to. Looks better with black. Gamble. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Nah, I don't think he really needs. Although, here's what we can do. There we go. Bronto Bert's done. He is number 12. But now his shiny form. All it's doing is making it look darker. If we change the hue, it doesn't look dark enough. Okay. You know what? Let's just make matters easier on myself. There we go. This color, dark blue. I like blue. See, that was a ton easier. Actually, I have an idea. Nah, probably best not to mess with it that much. Alright, we're doing well. We got one done in 1 hour. Next up, next on my list is Bird On. There is one specific pose I want to use as reference. I mean, this one's pretty good. I think I'm just going to use this one. It's really not a bad size already. Sweet Lord and Moses. Was just looking for any reference images that might help me. And my God. There is a picture of Burdon from, what's it called? Star Allies. And he looks like a fiend. Do you feel safe? Do any of you watching this feel safe? Me personally, I don't. You know what, I'm gonna send this in my Discord. Hang on. Do you feel safe? This is how I'm going to get the the first immediate answer. No. Why would you feel safe? Oh yeah. And change the layer. I say that doesn't look too bad so far. Oh my god! Mochi! How you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Tell you what though. There's this weird channel called Channel Vega I've been watching recently. You ever heard of that one? It's pretty good. Highly recommend it. Oh, that is just going to look even more weird and eldritch. Yep. It's giving me that vibe. I've been alright mostly. Just work giving me a state of constant exhaustion as of late. And that's not because of the times I'm working. It's because of what they have me doing while I work. Yeah, for this I'm definitely gonna have to cut down the size of his eyeball or make it look like he's wearing goggles. I like that idea, actually. Let's make it look like he's wearing goggles. Instead of, you know... Hope they let up on you soon. Thank you. I hope so too, because they said I'm supposed to make the equivalent of full-time within a month or so. And I cannot count the days fast enough. Oh, he's just gonna be creepy. Hang on. Yeah, I just erased on the wrong layer. Let me know if the frog music is getting old. You're close. It's Rapuka's Idle Island. He got a sleepy time hat on. Because he's sleeping. I had a bag on his head earlier, though. Okay, what might help? No, I don't think it will. But let's connect the two eyes like that. And I'll think of the pupils later, because something about it looks kind of off at this scale. And it's at an angle, so this is shortened. Oh, I could do this! For the first time in centuries, I fear I am not alone.
You are not.
Hey! Oh shit. The share screen thing is fucked up.
It's alright. I got you pulled up on YouTube right now.
Ah. Well, I'm still gonna share my screen on Discord so you don't get delays.
I'm used to having to deal with delays. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Still, fairness. Much appreciated, though. This is gonna be the most cursed bird I've ever birthed into existence.
What makes you say that?
This is my reference image.
Why does it look like Kirby ate a Digimon?
It's not wrong. You are never safe. The chances of dismemberment...
Nobody is ever safe.
This much is certain. The chance of dismemberment is never zero. Remember that.
I never forget.
Oh, Jesus. Thought it was going to be closer to his forehead when I uncloaked him. Oh shit, I'm accidentally giving him Super Saiyan.
Well, he does have dim spiky feather hair.
He kind of looks like a nerd.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all. He's like, I went to this anime convention. That's the end of his story. He had
For
fun.
now.
For now. He had fun, though. Kirby went to Brazil. Thank you, Mochi. Okay, so... it's weird because he has two sets of goggles. One that's apparently over his eyes and another one that's on his hat. Ew, no. Makes his head look bulbous.
So what these sprites for?
For a Pokemon game where you cannot catch a single Pokemon.
how is that a Pokemon game then?
In style alone.
Like, how are you supposed to battle if you can't capture the Pokemon?
It's simple. You capture Mario and Luigi instead.
But I don't want to play with Mario and Luigi.
Too bad. He's your only tool for mortal coils.
I refuse.
Pokemon can't catch at any... Pokemon can't catch any at all. No refunds. I wish I had comedic timing. I wonder how... I wonder how I'm going to make the other forms for Mega Man.
Very carefully. That's how.
Yeah, because Mega Man took me fucking hours.
Well, Mega Man's a very detailed video game character.
That much is true.
And he just gets more detailed with every iteration he becomes.
Yeah, I saw a model kit of him that's just unbelievably detailed for no reason.
Those are the best types of model kits, though.
Until you have to build it.
Yeah, but then when you actually get it built, you could actually brag about, hey, I built this fucking thing.
Was it worth it? Look at how cool he looks on my shelf and ask me that again. As I'm fighting back tears in my eyes. It was Kotobukiya. It was not worth it.
But it's Mega Man.
I actually have a figure of... a model kit of X in the first armor on my bookcase. I was just pointing to it as if you could see me.
Like, yeah, what makes you think that I can't see you?
Jesus. That's not my reasoning. That's not my expletive. That's just me saying Jesus is the reason you can't see me. I also have a Zero from Mega Man X-Zero that I haven't built yet.
I feel like that's gonna be a pain in the ass to put together.
A little bit. Because when I bought it, it came with batteries that leaked, so I had to buy new ones. And I just have not finished building it ever since. There we go. I fixed it. Now he doesn't look like he has a tumor on his head. Now he just looks like a dog with a beak. I had to take out a loan.
He's just Kirby.
I had to take out a loan for this giant piece of plastic.
Hey, when you a figure collector, that you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Gotta take out a second mortgage and sell your son's soul on the black market.
Exactly. 'Cause buying figurines of fictional characters is expensive.
You're either getting paid to review them, paid to make them, or you're taking out loans.
Exactly.
I could always just sell my urine on a fucked up black market website.
That sounds very sketchy.
That's not sketchy. This is sketchy. That was so dumb. That was quite possibly one of the worst jokes I've told all day.
How many jokes have you told today?
Like 6.
You've got time to make up for it.
Just need to think of a good one. I'm almost done with the shape, and I'm getting sick and tired of these frog songs. It has been the same 4 or 5 songs for the past hour.
You should change songs, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I have Pokemon music queued up.
You should have Mega Man music queued up.
Actually, I'm working on a Kirby enemy. I should probably do Kirby music. I'm too lazy to get anything right now, though.
So are the Pokemon just going to be random video game characters?
Yep, but someone suggested Banana Split characters.
The Banana Splits?
Yes. I do not know why. But they came into my chat and said, make Fleagle, Bingo, Dropper, and Snorky from the Banana Splits as Pokemon.
I hate that I'm going to ask this, but what versions of them was he more so referring to?
It looks like he was referring to the movie versions.
Which movies?
I'm guessing the horror movie that came out.
Because I do want to think there is like a really old like movie that more correlates to their like old TV show.
I want to believe that, but I have no knowledge of such movie. That is so
That horror movie was not that great.
That's so specific. It indeed is. And no, that movie was actually kind of cringe.
Like, don't get me wrong, and I like those types of like horror movies. Like, I like trashy horror movies. And that was an absolute like trash like horror movie. But I feel like they could have like been a little bit better with what they were trying to go with for it.
Yeah, it was missing out on something.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the kills in that movie alone are just like, oh, and by the way, they killed this many people.
Pretty much. I think a lot of the kills were off screen, and Joe, you did not actually really get to see them kill any of the people like on screen a lot.
Yeah. It's just such a weird thing to make a horror movie out too.
Well, here's the thing, like, and Joe, it's weird enough that they did it, but they tried to like piggyback off the Five Nights at Freddy thing. Hence why they were animatronics. Like,
yeah. You got a point there.
Horror like they were consistently trying to be a like Five Nights at Freddy movie before the Five Nights at Freddy movie came out.
We can't have shit in this house. So many mascot horror movies are cheap and not in a campy good way.
Sadly, that's very true.
Yeah.
It never really works out.
Like, I recently heard about the the Steamboat Willie one.
Which one? There's like 4 of them.
There are? No.
They're I've seen so many trailers and they're all like done differently to the point where like they're like, and it's just because Steamboat Willie is free domain, so basically anybody has like the right to do whatever the fuck they want with it.
I don't like that.
Like, literally, there's one that I think has already been like put out and that you could somehow watch. I don't know where you would watch it though. And it's literally a dude in a really bad, like, rubber mask of Mickey Mouse.
That's the one I've seen. That one just looks so wrong. And it's
like, and then there's one where, like, I want to think, like, and I've only seen trailers for it. This movie, I don't think this one has come out yet. But there is supposed to be one where he's like a complete, like, 3D, like, bad live-action version of Mickey Mouse, but they designed him so freakishly weird that it just doesn't look right.
Oh. That makes me very concerned.
And then I want to think there's, like, 2 other ones, but it's more like they only have like posters, like showing off the basic concept of what the movies are supposed to like be. Basically, they're just saying, "Hey, we're doing a Steamboat Willie thing."
Because that one with the rubber mask pretty much sold me on avoiding the movie. That movie basically came out the minute Steamboat Willie was like within free domain. It did not take long for that movie to get like made and put out. Warning sign number 1. And it's always horror.
But I don't mind like horror interpretations of things. Like, usually, sometimes I like them. But with how frequently that shit's been happening with so many things, and they're never, like, good, like, if you're gonna do something with it, like, try to be a little bit creative with what you're trying to go with, and don't be super, like, bleh with what you're going on, because it's like, oh, I'm just having this character from this, like, really well-known IP that isn't, like, owned by anybody anymore, so we have the right to make them do whatever the fuck we want. Like, it's just dumb to just have them act like a normal, like, serial killer or some shit.
Like the Winnie and the Pooh one?
Like, I have not seen those movies, but I've seen enough of, like, random clips that the first one, the only thing I like about the first one is, like, the opening, like, storybook drawing, like, animation scene that it starts out with, to, like, set up the background for the characters. I just like how that's done. Everything else happened after that, it's like, this looks like garbage.
Even from the trailers, it didn't look very good. No,
and then there's the sequel that's also like. Then there's the sequel to it, which also just feels like it's supposed to be a reboot at the same time. Like, they got a bit of a budget increase because a lot of the like effects look a lot better in that one.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, it's gonna get worse because there's gonna be a Bambi like horror movie soon.
God, can you take me behind the shed?
And I'm not joking about that. Like the people that did the Winnie the Pooh, they're doing their own weird like multiverse thing, like this whole crossover like thing, and they're setting up all these different like horror things, and they're doing a Bambi one, and then they're going to lead up into like after they do a few other different ones, because there's going to be like a horror Peter Pan one, a Bambi one. There's going to be another like Winnie the Pooh one. And then it's going to all conjugulate into this big crossover where all these characters meet up and do, like, horror movie stuff together.
Oh, God. It's
like...
I have no words for that.
Bro, it just gets worse. The most recent, like, horror movie thing is, like, Popeye the Sailor Man now has one.
No, not Popeye. Come on.
He literally has one that you can go out and watch right now, and it looks awful.
I forgot they're making a Bambi horror movie. Good. You should probably try and forget it again. Also, welcome, MN. Long time no see. What else would they think of doing that's outside of the public domain? Outside in the public domain?
Probably anything they could get their hands on at this point.
Fair, because I have a feeling the moment Superman and Batman become public domain, if that ever happens, boom, horror movie.
Technically, we already have things that are like close to that, with like Brightburn being like an evil Superman movie. Like, and that is very horror centric.
I don't think I've ever seen Brightburn.
Like, it is like literally like it is basically just an evil Superman movie, and like. It's bad, but in like a really weird good way, because I did like what they went with for like the character. Like everything is set up the same way. Alien child lands in a cornfield, 2 farmer like humans adopt the kid. Like everything is basically like, hey, we were gonna be lazy with naming, and we wanted them to like have names that were similar but not 100% the same, so we wouldn't get fucking flagged down for that stuff. Like, they did stuff like that.
Right.
Like, but they went with this, like, concept for, like, Brightburn that, like, he had more, like, this insectoid, like, wasp, like, hive, like, vibe to, like, hey, once his powers started developing, like, he started wanting to do something like what his race is supposed to be doing. Like, he started getting these weird, like, instinctual things that he had to do. Like, he started, like, instinctually making this mark that's supposed to be, like, his symbol for, like, something. Like, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but it was, like, it was interesting. It's not really explained a whole lot, but it's like, yeah, this is kind of weird, kind of interesting. Like, I don't mind weird evil takes on Superman.
As long as they're done well. I don't either.
True. But, you know, that's just because I'm not really a fan unless he's, like, a dick.
I'm just used to Superman being well, most DC heroes being a dick right now. I think there's a version of Batman that ends up getting, like... I forgot his name. Like, he's one of the new gods, the one in the chair. Like, Batman...
Yeah, I think I know.
Batman ends up getting his chair and becomes the new god that replaces him. One of the first things he does is go back in time and stop his parents' murder.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, whenever they think of a story for Batman, they're like, okay, parents died. Let's do something with it. DC don't know how to DC no more. Yeah.
But to be honest, most like comic book like publishers don't really know what to do with their shit anymore.
Yeah, I heard the most recent version of Venom is just Mary Jane.
I haven't like dug too deep. I only just recently saw stuff where that was being brought up.
Yeah, I saw a post about it, and it's just like... I might need to see the context, but I don't understand why it needed to be MJ.
Because we need to put more female characters in the spotlights in comic book heroes.
They did that better when they made her a replacement for Peter. Like, Peter dies to save MJ and their kid, and she becomes a new Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that's not canon anymore because Spider-Man just can't have a good life.
Nah, instead you got Paul.
Like, I have not read those comics, and mainly it's just because I don't have the time to read comic books, like, religiously, like most, like, DC fans had do. But the minute I heard about that, I was like, that is so stupid. Like the minute I learned about the whole Paul situation with Spider-Man, I literally went and looked for videos of people like breaking down the whole story for it, and I was like, this is really fucking dumb. Like, who signed off on this to like be a thing? Like, who thought this was a good idea?
John Marvel. And, like, it is a consistent issue that, like, Spider-Man has to go through some kind of problem with MJ. Like, if you don't want him to be with MJ, you know, Stan Lee's favorite couple, then just put him with Black Cat.
Or better yet, just don't have him be in a relationship at all. Like, cause, like, here's the thing. Like, I'm fine with Peter or Spider-Man having a relationship because there are comic books where they make that work or did have that work with him. But it's just their whole like concept be like, hey, like once we get to that point where we just want to reboot the thing, we kind of want to like start fresh at him, not have that anymore. Or it's like, oh, we're gonna take that away from this version of him so he can build off of that. I'm like, what? Why give him anything at this point? If you're just gonna take it away.
I tried getting into comic books, but by the time I had access to them, they were already going downhill, so I stuck to video games till those went downhill. Yeah. Even you're not safe with those either.
Also, another reason I didn't like really dive too deep into comic books is like The last time I tried to get into comic books was around the time Spider-Gwen came out as a character from the Spider-Verse, because I actually really liked her character and I wanted to read all of her stuff. So I slowly started to try to buy her comic books, but then it just dawned on me, it's crazy to try to keep track of comic books, because it's hey, here's issue 3 of Spider-Gwen. And then it's oh, you want to see the continuation of the story that's going on in this comic book? Go read issue 75 of this comic. And I'm I don't want to do that. I just want to read one comic book line of things so it's easy to keep track of. But comic book companies have to be we gotta branch them off into multiple comic books and have every comic book intertwined with each other. I'm that's fine if it's a super crazy event story going on, but don't have that going on during basic plots for a comic. That's just dumb.
Yeah, they'll be in the middle of a big battle for Spider-Man, and suddenly it's just oh, you gotta get Captain America 53 in order to find out.
And it's and the minute I found that, I was yeah, I'm never gonna be able to do that. Because it's when I was starting to try and do that, I wasn't really making a whole lot of money, and I was I'm just gonna barely be able to do it if I was following one comic book. But the minute I realized, oh, I have to find 50 other comic books, and try to just buy specific ones, I'm no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because they expect you to spend probably a month's rent on just one storyline.
Pretty much. A comic book, in general, is basically what? $3, maybe $5 tops just for one comic book. And when you stack other comic books that you might have to buy just to follow one story with that, it's yeah, that just adds up way too quickly.
That is my milk money. I can't really, do that. And then they're oh, you could always just buy the app. You could buy the app so that this way you could follow the stories on your tablet. But what if I want the physical comic? And for the record, what if I still don't want to spend that much money on characters I don't care about?
Exactly. And Joe, that's the other thing. I like physical media. If I want to read comic books, I want the option to be hey, I could just pull up. Go to where I store my comics, pull it out, and read my book.
Yeah,
I like having physical content.
I don't always want to stare at a screen to be able to read something that I want to follow.
Exactly.
And I'm a screen goblin. I'm at this screen for fun, for my free time. And even I want to just read a book every now and again. Why do I want a comic book about a character I don't like to finish the story of a character I do like? Exactly. Because, oh, it's a comic book about Spider-Man and he's going through this whole symbiote war with Venom, and it's going to be really fun. But in order to understand more of it, I have to get an X-Men comic book. And there's only 5 X-Men I really care about. And the comic is about one of the fucking X-Men whose ability is to be forgotten. How many colors do I have on this so far?
Probably 16.
I hope not. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm close. I'm close to 16. You know who else I got close to 16 with? Magic Crab.
Magic Crab.
Part of comics is buying the art. It's nice to have the physical art to display or just to look at. Yes.
Indeed.
Otherwise, they just become like NFTs. Crab of the Magic. Magic Crab. Ah, a soldier of God you have become. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so...
You got 4 more shades you can, like, do.
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I could get away with. Maybe I could get away with. I don't know. Bird on. What do you think?
You are never safe. Trademark.
Trademark of the Nintendo Disney Corporation. An unholy union it be. I could always just cut down the colors I used for the hair by 1 if I need to. But that's gonna make some of the shading on that look a little flat. Trademarked for merch. He sells t-shirts. Yo, Birdon, does Nintendo know about this deal?
Nintendo doesn't need to know.
They have a need to know.
They make enough money. They make enough money.
They make plenty. In fact, they now have a mobile app that just lets you find out when release dates are.
That sounds kind of pointless.
Kinda. But I bet you they have microtransactions on it.
Like, every app has microtransactions on it nowadays.
And if they don't, if for some reason they don't, you'll never stop getting notifications from them.
Pretty much.
Like, thank you, Uber, I'm waiting for an important text. And all you're doing is just telling me I could save 50% on my next ride. Means a lot. Thank you, bud. What Nintendo don't know, don't hurt them. Oh, for the love of God.
You saved it on the wrong layer!
There we go, it's all fixed. For now, until I make that mistake again in like 2 minutes. His eyes are just dead.
You got big old beady eyes, man.
And after this, I have to try to make Dynablade.
Who the heck is Dynablade?
From Superstar. One of the bosses.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll become acquainted enough to not like them.
I'm more of a Sega fan than I am Nintendo, so I don't keep track of Nintendo characters.
That's fair, but of course you do know the rule. If you're a Sega fan, you're not. It's a joke about Sonic fans not being happy.
They usually aren't.
It's a very easy joke to make, though.
Yeah, but it's very true. I won't disagree. We're Sonic fans, and that's including me. We're never fucking happy.
Yeah.
And usually when we are finally happy, it's not for very long because then Sega does something to piss us off again.
Yep. Which, unfortunately, is often. Because we got that glorious Sonic Generations port that I still haven't played because I'm bad at life.
Being Sonic Unleashed, not Generations.
Oh no, I didn't even get up to that. That's not even Sonic Team that did that. I'm talking about Shadow Generations.
That's a good game though, man.
It is, and I haven't played it yet.
You should play it, man.
I really
It's fun as shit.
Because I've already heard the ending song, and it makes me sad.
If it doesn't make you depressed, it's not a Shadow game, man.
Yep. The themes of Sonic the Hedgehog: Sonic, Adventure, Shadow, Depression, Silver. Yes. Unless you're a Yakuza fan or Persona kind of Sega fan, the game dev side of Sonic fans are strangely cracked. You can say that again because of that Sonic Unleashed port that Dreddy was just mentioning. That looks fantastic.
Well, Gerald, that's just a basic thing, with the Sonic fan community. It's Sonic fans are always, cracked when it comes to, making fan content. That shit just blows up all over the place.
They have too much power.
Well, here's the thing about, and Gerald, it's and I don't really condemn this, there are people that'll be like, Sega needs to make Sonic games that work like this, and then their comparison is a Sonic fan game or something. You can't really do that with Sega because fan games don't have to follow traditional standard rules for game development. Sega has to follow certain rules on what they're going to be allowed to do.
Yeah, they're going to...
So you think, and I do agree, there are Sonic fan games where, this is absolutely better than what Sega puts out. But the reason for that is, hey, fans aren't on, some kind of crunch time to get this game out. They can take as long as they need to get it made. Sega has to have some kind of deadline, and they have to follow, really strict policies and shit.
Yeah, and we see how well that works out for them. Unfortunately, Sonic fan games are way more free to do what they want on their own time. Yes.
Exactly.
Makes me want to go into designing a Sonic fan game, but I know for the life of me, it's just going to be an RPG. And not everyone wants their Sonic games to be turn-based.
I think you think that, but I'm pretty sure there are some that there is a decent chunk of people that would, like, really love to have something like that. Because it's like, the only somewhat official Sonic game that was anything RPG was Sonic Chronicles.
Yeah, and legally we can't talk about that because, you know, it's a violation.
Fuck that guy. No, just fuck that guy.
Yeah, I remember hearing that apparently when he saw, like, the Ghost Echidna in the Knuckles show, he started, like, whining about it on Twitter.
That's not even the first time he complained about something involving the movie. Like, during, like, the second movie, when, like, we saw, like, Knuckles and, like, all the Echidna characters. Like, in the second movie, we see Knuckles with his dad. And Penders complained about that.
Because of fucking course he is. He thinks he just owns the concept of fatherhood because he'll never be a dad. Oh, I said it. That's not rude for me to say, is it?
It's the internet. Nobody cares.
He could have been funneling all that work into his own comic. Instead, he just made a continuation of the Archie comics.
It's barely even that.
It has breastfeeding, though.
He literally, like... Andrew, nobody should ever buy what he's putting out. I'm just gonna... Like, I do not support, like, anybody being like, I'm gonna put money into that thing that he put out. Don't do it. It's a waste of money. Because I've seen somebody do a review on what he put out, and a good chunk of it is, like, these are just, like, straight up, like, Archie comic panels. Like he literally just took stuff from the Archie comics and just, like, boom. Like, there was barely any new content to what he was, like, putting out.
Yeah, I saw something about that, and that's just very concerning.
Like, I think he might have done slight modifications to things to, like, try and, like, weasel, like, Sonic out of, like, certain, like, situations with the story, since he technically doesn't have the right to, like, use Sonic. Yet, for some reason, his character still can reference Knuckles, the Echidna, as being, like, related to his characters.
Yeah, you didn't know? He created Knuckles.
But he didn't.
But he could have.
But he didn't. That's why Knuckles didn't get retconned out of the Archie comics.
It's... You know, he should get in legal trouble for that then. But Sega won't do anything about it.
Sega just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Like, they went through shit during the Archie run, during that whole fiasco. And that was more of just Archie kind of being stupid by not keeping their documents and shit, like, on file properly. Because, like, Archie should have had, like, on files that they had the, like, rights to these characters that, like, get made for the comics. But because they couldn't show any of that type of, like, evidence, like, dude pretty much won in court.
Which
and basically killed the entire Archie comics.
At least we have memories. Some good, some not so much. See, that looks not as horrifying. Press X to doubt. Oh, I see how it is. You know, I wonder when the statute of limitations for that Dark Chronicles lawsuit would end up going through.
I have no clue, man.
Either way, I'm not going to lie. Despite that game not being very good, I thought it was fun.
I will agree that that game was not very, like, well put together. Like, it has its problems. But the things that I do give it credit for is, like, I like what it was going with like, characters and, like, story development. Like, I liked a lot of the lore that, like, Sonic Chronicles did.
Me too. It's just a shame that we never got a continuation of that, and it was made by BioWare of all people.
Yeah.
I never got to finish that game because I ended up getting stuck before you end up fighting the Red General. That's a game I should probably return to because I know they're making a fan version of it.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, I think there was someone working on a fan recreation of it, but I haven't heard anything in it in a long time. Something probably fell through.
That's also another traditional thing that happens in the Sonic fan, like, community. Like, cool, like, concepts and ideas don't truly, like, ever get, like, developed properly, get put out there.
And I always look forward to it, with bated breath, only to be severely disappointed when I don't hear from them.
Usually, it mainly is just, like, fan animations or, like, fan games that don't ever get finished, and then it's like, oh, all we ever get access to is just, like, trailers to, like, fan animations, or, like, beta footage, or, like, just beta, like, gameplay for the fan games that don't ever get done.
Yeah. I mean, even with some of the... I lost my brain. Jesus, that's a bad one. I lost my train of thought mid-sentence as I was about to talk about fucking... Sonic Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Sadly, we're never going to get an end to that story now.
Yeah, may they rest in peace.
Yeah. Like, the only way we would ever get any kind of ending is if, like, he actually already had the entire story, like, planned out. And maybe if he had people working with him, they might have that. And they could maybe attempt to finish it. But it still wouldn't be the same thing.
Yeah, because it would be missing the one thing that cannot be replaced. And that's his own touch on it.
Yeah.
If anything, that just makes me want to work on my own Sonic RPG even more now.
That's the crazy thing, is that, like, there's not a whole lot of official RPG Sonic stuff, but there's a lot of RPG, like, fan Sonic things.
Yeah, like, The Sonic RPG where he crossed over with Knights with Selkadoom and all that.
Yeah. Like that's just a classic like Sonic fan like game / fan animation, because it kind of went back and forth between being a game and then being just like an animation for a little bit.
Yeah, it was so good.
But I liked what it did. Like, and don't get me wrong, there are things also about it that I don't like. But that's more just for my standards of me, like, if I go back and watch it now, it's things that are like, back when I first found that, I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. Like, because I didn't know anything about Knights or any of these other characters that weren't Sonic characters. But now that I'm older and I know who Knights is and I know a bit about his lore, and I'm like, seeing Knights being portrayed the way he is in Sonic RPG, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because that's not how Knights is.
It worked, though. Oops. Did it?
But yeah, I like nowadays. I just like chalk it up. Just like fans start like we just do whatever we want when it comes to fan animations. Like in general, it's like Mecha Sonic is like the biggest thing in the Sonic fan community, and it's always gonna be that.
Yeah, he's just
all because Super Mario Bros. Z just blew him out of proportions.
He's just the strongest being in the universe.
Exactly, and there's so many different iterations of what he looks like now. Like people are like, there are fan like redos of like Super Mario Bros. Z, like where they like do their own take on how Mecha Sonic is supposed to look. There are people that are just like, hey, this is just my take on this like version of Mecha Sonic. Like it's all over the place.
And I'm just reminded of the fact that Mecha Sonic came back in the IDW comics, and people were freaking out about that.
Well, yeah, but he also did make like references to like he made as Super Mario Bros. Z references in that comic.
That's beyond crazy to me. The fans have too much power, man. It's a good thing, though, now that I think about it.
Well, that's just the thing is like, when you actually think about it, when a Sonic fan is able to actually get into like a role that could actually work with something that's like within like canon territory, like that's the best like place you could be. Like Sega needs to probably hire more fans that keep track of their shit.
That would definitely help, because sometimes I noticed sometimes the lore gets a bit dicey, to say the least.
Yeah. I think they have been getting better about that as of recently. Because I don't know if this position has been filled yet, but they were looking for an official like Sonic lore like personnel. Like somebody to keep track of lore for them. I don't know if that's been filled yet, but they were looking for someone to do that.
I hope they got someone. Also, this is Dynablade.
I hope that... I like the design. He looks like a Mega Man character, though. Like, this looks like a robot bird that should be in Mega Man to me.
It kinda does, and I just noticed how many colors are on this fucking monstrosity. I'm gonna hit /kill.
That's nuts. That's more than 16 colors.
It's more than my brain has processed. You know what? I might just skip Dynablade and move on to the next one. What's the next one? Cyberman. Fuck.
You should do Knights.
Oh, that is one I could add. Let me add that to the list.
Like do Knights, Rial, and like Jackal from like the Knights franchise.
Let me start with Knights. Do they have any decent sprites?
Fan-made ones, but a lot of their sprites aren't really well put together. Trust me, I've literally looked.
Yeah, and I'm remembering it from the RPG Flash game, and I'm just like, that don't look good.
Yeah, there was a point back in my like beginner like days of spriting where I tried to edit those to make them look better, and I did get to a decent point, but it's like I never finished that. But it's like those are literally those are the most reoccurring like Knight sprites that I've seen. I think there's like a few others out there, but it's like they don't look right still.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing any sprites when I look it up, so I'm just going to go with concept art that I could find on the wiki. I haven't played Knights in ages. I remember my cousin had one of the Knights games for Wii.
Well, there's only 2 Knights games.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
There's the original. There's the original one that I want to think, if I recall, is for the Sega Saturn. And then there's the like second one, which was for the Wii.
Okay, so it was the second one that she showed me.
And I like that there might be other Knights theme games. But more so, like those are the only 2. Hey, these are Knights like themed. Hey, these are Knights game. Anything else that involves Knights is usually him cameoing in something, or it's a weird pinball-like game.
Oh, like that stage in the Sonic pinball stage in Sonic Adventure, where he just made an appearance for the fuck of it.
Yeah, Knights tends to make cameos in like Sonic games from time to time.
I could have sworn there was a third game.
I wish there was. I wish Sega would do more with Knights.
There's a lot Sega could be doing, but Yakuza is kind of their baby right now. Well, Yakuza and Sonic.
Yeah, but they ain't doing Sonic really justice right now.
Yeah.
They slowly fixing that, but Sonic's still kind of a mess right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Knights was in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing as the flag bearer.
Yeah, again, like Sega does like to make Knights make random cameos in other games.
Oh, I accidentally made an eyeball. It'd be nice for them to expand their main catalog at least. I know in the mobile games they just love to keep track of all the smallest things. Like there's one like RPG for the phone that they had, where you like connect 3 and the characters that you raise up like do different attacks and everything. I actually did try it, and they have like the guys from Golden Axe in it. They even have Death Adder from Golden Axe talking to Cream the Rabbit. And Cream is looking at this giant guy with a golden axe, getting ready to swing it down on a child, and she's like, I'm not afraid of you. You're a friend. And he's just like, fuck off. I look up Sega mobile games so I could find out what game I'm talking about. And I'm now just reminded of Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, let me focus before I get too distracted. Oh, I can make Knights a trainer too. Make him part of the Elite Four. Crazy Taxi would go kind of hard as a mobile game, like old school mobile game, when they tried to be games. That would be fun. To just have a chaotic racing game on the phone. Sega Heroes, that was the name of the game. They had Streets of Rage characters in it, Jet Set Radio, Phantasy Star, Crazy Taxi, of course. Shenmue. I have no idea what those things are. Looks like they had a decent roster. Let me go back to focusing on this. Maybe not make them look like a torpedo. Okay, maybe not that big. A little bit lower down. There we go. It's going to be hard to do from scratch. But I am a glutton for punishment. I'm always a slut for Doritos. There we go. They do kind of got long limbs.
It's a very lengthy character.
Who would have a very lengthy backstory if they fucking worked on it.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Now it's starting to look like a body. Oh shit, I'm at 2,000 grass. Such a weird song. Alright.
It's all coming together.
Yep. And quite well, if I must say so myself. Thought there was more to that concept art. There's something so satisfying about making customs when I'm actually physically capable to do. Solid work. Thank you. I think the only thing I won't do are the buttons, the white ones over there. I could smell fried chicken cutlets coming from downstairs. It's my cue, it's almost dinner time. Alright, as soon as I get the outline exactly the way I want it, I'll hang up the stream for the night, because it is getting late. To be a bit. Now... Oh shit. Too much purple.
Hey, Charlie.
Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. Didn't have enough time to mute it on
You're
Discord,
good.
though. I am pretty much almost done here, though. There's not a lot of colors here, too, which is very good.
Well, you're lucky you're doing his old, like, design.
New design is a bit too busy.
It's not busy, it's just a little bit more detailed. Like...
I think that looks good. It's a lot more lace and gold work and gems.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like, they gave Knight some more, like, fancy-looking, like, outfit. Like, it's still basically the same design, but it's, like, certain details have been, like, adjusted to look more frilly.
Oh, that would have been a pain in the ass to do. Technically, this is the same design he looks in the Sonic Riders.
I don't think Knights was in Sonic Riders.
Nah, he was one of the guest characters. I'm not sure if he was playable, though.
I I don't think he was. Like, I want to think he was playable in, like, Zero Gravity, but I don't think he was in, like, the first Sonic.
Oh, they have a zero gravity design here. That's a lot. But this is the picture I just saw for...
I might have been wrong. He might have been in Riders. I just didn't know it. I haven't played the original Riders games in a while.
I haven't played either Riders. You gotta beat all the Babylon Rogue missions. Alright, I'll keep that in mind if I ever go to Sonic Riders. But
It's a fun game.
Oh, it definitely seems like fun. But I am going to have to call it a night here. So, that being said, thank you for joining me on this complicated mission. We've gotten 2.5 sprites done. And one of them was indeed Knights.
Yay!
So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully next stream I get more shit done. And I will see you all next time. Good night.